right! Hello Zarmagus, hello T. Welcome back to Rosegun Stays. Last time we had quite a bit of a talk between our couple here about Japan and China, and he had no idea that she was Chinese. Ooh, that was pretty awkward for him, I had to say. And also, Gabriel's plans to get rid of all mafias have been slowly moving forward, so we'll see what happens. I really hope we get Leo coming back right at the end of this part. Hello NGH, welcome to the stream. Let's get back into it. So the thing about it's taking the last line from last time. Oh, the young lord. Hey there, Mei-Shui. Are you not feeling well? Oh, young lord! You look sad. It's such a waste, with a beautiful face like yours. Please forgive me, I was just thinking. Oh my god. I saw you wear that expression twice, back on campus. Oh, is that so? In other words, you must have said something that wasn't in your heart to someone close to you. Zalong, the young lord, suddenly pulled out a chair and sat down. He did it in a graceful manner, one which made the simple act of sitting in a chair seem refined. The two of them had been school friends at college in England, where they had been studying overseas. Later on, they had become estranged when Mei-Shui found out that her brother had become a GDS executive. Was Zalong the son of his leader? Mei-Shui despised members of the criminal underworld, so when she discovered this, she said more to Zalong than she meant. Zalong hadn't let it worry him, but for a while, Mei-Shui had been regretful and gloomy. That was the first time Mei-Shui had worn the expression she was wearing now. Second time was when she broke up with her English boyfriend. Oh wow. They first heated up when having candid, direct discussions together, and then grown more and more frank with each other as they got closer. However, they took it a bit too far. Their usual fiery debates would sometimes spark the wrath of the other. Uh-oh. Mei-Shui had mistakenly thought of a lover as someone with whom you could share your undiluted thoughts and opinions. That was why when she met Alan, she had decided to hold back a little for his sake. However, she was now wearing that same sad expression a third time. She never meant for it to happen like that. She should have known that it was the ultimate taboo to try and form a common understanding between members of victor and defeated nations, less than 5 years after the war. Young lord, you are wise, so I'm sure you could think of a good way to handle this. Are you asking for advice? What could it be? But if you're still in love, I'm sure it's something that will resolve itself with time. Zalong answered before even being asked. He must have realized that even forcing her to ask would embarrass her. Thank you very much. But that's not my question. Sorry, I made a mistake. So what is your question? Hello, Mystery Theater. Welcome to the stream. How would it be possible for the Chinese and Japanese to get along? That happens to be the same problem that's troubling me now. Zalong smiled faintly, slowly rose to his feet, and gazed out the window. This City 23 Distribution Association that Primavera is planning. To have that advance in a manner favorable to us, it is essential that we form deeper bonds of friendship with the Japanese than the Americans have. In this situation, I believe you would do best using blah of the 36 stratagems. I'm guessing this is a Sun Tzu thing. Point at the mulberry tree while cursing the locust tree. And in Chinese, please, what does that mean? Simply put, you criticize a third party while explaining why the one you're speaking to is better than this outside group. In that way, you play to their pride, while also making them reconsider their own faults. In my case, I might criticize American discrimination against Asians, while pointing out how much better the Japanese are in that regard, strengthening our relations. In your case, no. I'm sure neither I nor he would feel good to hear you abusing someone who isn't there. God damn it. Yeah. I don't think I'd be comfortable with that sort of thing myself. Then perhaps you could use another one of the 36 stratagems. Blech. Oh. Feign madness, but keep your balance. What's that mean? It means managing your opponent by trying to appear foolish and unconcerned. So she's gonna try to play hard to get, I guess. In the first place, are China-Japan relations such a vital part of your relationship with him? Couldn't you just continue to your relationship as two human beings, without bringing up the problem, or thinking about your respective nationalities? I'm not talking about fooling each other, or pretending the issue doesn't exist. Isn't there some way for us to truly understand each other? Not even a decade has passed since we and the Japanese took part in the most gruesome war in human history. There must be plenty of people on both sides who can't forgive the other. And I think that's perfectly natural. Even if he doesn't accept you, that isn't his fault. It just means we met each other too soon, god damn it! It might take 10 years, 20 years, or maybe 100 or 1,000. Neither of them was at fault, nor was anything else. They were just living in the wrong era. Yeah. Neither of you two is to blame. It's because you're in an unfortunate era. Mei Shui hung her head and moaned softly. But she violently shook it off. Even those red, tear-stained eyes held a determination typical of her. If it's a problem of time in the era, and not anything wrong with one of us, then I've just got to give it a shot and see what happens. Yeah, there aren't any bad people among us or them. It's just a question of whether the time has come in the heart of each individual to reconnect. If it doesn't work, it just means your internal hourglasses are different. Maybe it's a good time to take a look into those hourglasses. Even if they don't match up, that doesn't imply a fault in the other's personality. It just means both sides live in different eras. Thanks, young lord. It's not like me to let something like this get me down. I'm being so dumb! Mei rose energetically, trying to lift her spirits. I'm always cheering you on. Good luck. I'm gonna go give it a shot. Tell brother I'll murder him if he follows me. Sure, I'll give the order. Mei Shui dashed out. She was so bright, it was hard to imagine she'd been hanging her head and sobbing just seconds ago. Seconds. Give it a shot. If that doesn't work, just give up on it. I'm Chinese, you Japanese bastard. I'll have a solid Japanese-style New Year on January 1st. So let me go wild Chinese style on the Chinese New Year. I worked hard to learn Japanese after all. So you better learn Chinese, Alan. Mei Shui was sure that this sort of youthful, no regrets, honorable defeat was the only jump start that could bridge the gap between these nations. Let's see if it works. Mei Shui's flaw is that, she comes on strong. She really does. Hello, Pro, welcome to the stream. Alan told her once about the bar he worked at. It was still a bit too early to be called night, but he might be there early already. She wanted to see him right away. She wanted to see him, hit him with her true feelings, and see whether he would still accept her. As usual, the downtown area was filled with laborers who had finished their day's work. The bar would probably be packed with patrons. Would she really be able to miraculously find Alan amidst this swarm of drunks? She believed. If they truly loved each other, then surely... Here we go. Ryukishi. Alan! Hey! Oh god. Alan, this is a first. I've never come to see you before. Alan stood up with a big smile. He'd never worn such a strange expression in front of her before. There is something I really wanted to talk to you about. Yuki-chan, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Yeah, Yuki-chan, I'm so sorry. We just had an urgent job come up. Oh no! Liar. Until just a second ago, you were chatting there with your friend, weren't you? Ooh, she called him out. You started looking uncertain and making for the door as soon as I showed up. Oh, wait! Please at least listen to what I have to say. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry! I'll call you once this job is done. Oh, wait. Wait! I'm sorry, I really am! I love you, Yuki-chan! See you later! It was just a rare declaration of love for him. Wow, that is absolutely true. Looking apologetic, he literally ran away from her into the crowd. Oh god, he's how could he be that embarrassed? Alan, no. It really is work, right? I'll believe you, so just this once. Uh-oh. If you're lying, I'll despise you for the rest of your life! Ah! Will it be impossible for us to understand one another after all? It's impossible for the Japanese and Chinese to ever understand each other. Uh-oh. Is that really true? War is so cruel. Even when it's over, it never ends. Is that Yuki-chan? I mean, that sort of looked like a disaster, you know. Damn, talk about bad timing. Yuki-chan was crying, wasn't she? Does she think I'm cold now? Oh, crap. Yuki-chan was crying, wasn't she? Does she think I'm cold now? God damn it! File your complaints with Davis. Yeah. It's time to say goodbye to that bastard. Ooh, they're gonna have to kill him after all. This time, the time it took for Alfred to settle his heart was apparently far less than even Richard had guessed. Yeah, that's right, we're getting into a big alliance with Alfred. Or maybe he had only avoided giving them an immediate answer to irritate them. Alfred had agreed to an alliance with Primavera, on the condition that he would never speak to anyone but Richard himself. And with that, Davis's backing was gone. And with no one would find fault with a gun pointed at his forehead. Still, Alfred really did like to do things his own way. After wrapping up Davis for them, he didn't just hand him over.
My. You're quite crafty yourself. So you want to watch from on high while Primavera shows you what she's got. Sorry, my friend.
Here's Alfred.
But please grant my wishes too. And anyway, my people have no pull on the police and MPs. If a gunfight does break out, we'll all be rounded up.
Alfred offered information on Davis's hiding spot, but he refused to help capture him. He said he wanted to watch and see how Primavera finished Davis off. Something bad's gonna happen here. However, in truth, his decision had been a prudent one made as a boss. He needed time to confirm whether his friendship with Richard was real or not. They hadn't been working together long enough for him to be sure this wasn't some sort of trap set by Richard. What if, when Alfred's group went to capture Davis, a squad of police came out of hiding and rounded them all up? At the current moment, he could still suspect Primavera of setting such a trap. Alfred made a prudent decision and only told them where Davis was. Richard realized this. They had only just begun to build trust. It would be too harsh to ask for any deeper cooperation.
Should we get it around here?
Sure. I was just thinking I wanted to feel the wind on my face. The car stopped on the shoulder of a road in a desperate group of storehouses. There was no one in sight, almost like a ghost town, Well, it's gotta be for deals like this. When they opened the car doors, a strong sea breeze blew in. It was a harbor district near the ocean. They picked up the bag and guitar case loaded with the tools of their trade and slowly got out of the car.
I like it. It's totally desolate, just perfect for our line of work.
That's interesting. Why do vitamins always gather in places like this? And when their time is near?
So it's like an elephant's graveyard?
What are we in the Lion King now? Jeez.
Villains know they can't die anywhere decent. Imagine dying in a rusty ghost town like this. Poor guy.
The harbor districts were usually known as some of the busiest places ever within 2023, packed with laborers and jobs. However, not all harbor districts were like that. The region, which had been haphazardly built in the very first stages of reconstruction, had been abandoned once, fully functional then been abandoned once fully functional new harbor resources had been constructed. Did I say vitamins instead of villains? Oh my god. Hold on, I am so sorry. In forgotten divisions like this, no one entered or left. And all that remained was a small bunch of ruins full of rusty, dusty scrap from broken machines. It must have been a fitting hotel for a villain who wanted to lie low. Davis was hiding in an office on the second floor of an abandoned storehouse. It was a perfect spot for villains, not vitamins, trying to evade pursuers. And plenty of that sort had used it ever since the Keelu family era. The hideout offered by Alfred was underground. So when Davis started complaining about suffocation, he remembered this place. Looks like another sneaking mission. This room was dimly lit with the windows shut and the curtains closed. This room was dimly lit with the windows shut and curtains closed. They were apparently trying to defend against snipers. It's not only dark, but suffocating with body heat and the smell of sweat. Ew! Gross. In this room, Davis was in the middle of an endless fight with his woman. You liar! You promised me a luxury hotel with a canopy bed! This ain't even close!
There was just a little hiccup in the plan. We'll go there soon.
More lies! You said the same thing when you stuffed me in that underground room. Hello, James. Welcome to the stream. When you said we were going somewhere with the sea breeze, I thought we'd finally be getting on a boat. What the heck is this place? So filthy and dirty and full of bugs?
I wasn't lying about the sea breeze, right?
Wow.
You're the one who just assumed I meant the boat.
Now's no time to play Ryukishi! I've had enough of your lies! I won't be fooled again, swindler! Don't touch me! Okay, I'm glad she's gonna be able to escape before all this shit goes down. This shrill argument in the company president's room could be heard in the office next door. In that room, 5 bodyguards are playing cards and smiling wryly.
That swindler guy and shitty woman make a perfect couple, don't they? And anyway, what part of that suspicious bastard could she have fallen in love with? Woman never admitted when they're terrible just as a character. By the way, does that Davis bastard really have a luxury line ready for that shitty woman? And with the canopy bed? Oh, I'll bet he has. Just gotta stick a mattress under the fake floor in a smuggling container. Yeah!
Oh boy. The bodyguard shrugged and laughed cruelly.
Still, I know why we let him. I know we let him employ us, but he's one shitty bastard. You know. I really think there's gonna be more in it for us if we just grab him and take him all he's got. Oh no, we better not. I hear he's crazy Alfred's bosom buddy, right?
Right now they were being employed as Davis's bodyguards, but they were usually underworld loners unattached to any group. Even the underworld has a code that must be followed. These losers, who couldn't even follow that code, were constantly piled up sins in their desire for tricking and gambling money, couldn't earn the trust of any family. These losers who couldn't even follow that code were constantly piled up sins in their desire for drinking and gambling money, couldn't earn the trust of any family. Any higher level of villain would have refused to work as a bodyguard for scum like Davis. No amount of money would be worth guarding a man with so many enemies. At that time, they heard the metallic sound of someone coming up the outside staircase. However, they only heard one person, and he was walking with such a casual gait. And anyways, messages from Alfred came here sometimes. So while the bodyguards did stop playing cards, they didn't seem to be especially tense. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, 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 shell. Someone knocked on the door with a peculiar rhythm. There's a pattern the cautious Davis had created to show the person coming was an ally. It proved that whoever was knocking was connected to Alfred. Interesting.
Hey, we've got a guest. Seller employer. Now leave him be. He's in there romancing his girl. Whoa! Thomas, go into that. Might be a care package from Alfred again.
Oh. No, never mind. Let's just keep going with the story.
Sure thing. That Alfred's guy is actually pretty considerate. Didn't you know? It's practically a big rumor that he treats his underlings with feasts.
The man walked up the door and peered out the peephole. He saw a grinning young man with a large shoulder bag waving at him. Hi! He seemed a bit too annoyingly friendly for one of Alfred's men. But well, even some villains were like that.
Hey there, brother. What can I do for you today? Care package from our boss. He said to tell Davis hi. I see. I'm opening up.
Oh boy. Normally the bodyguards would have been a bit more cautious. However, he had used the knocking signal, and Alan's friendly smile had basically set the mood. The man opened the door amiably.
Hey there, brother. Damn, it's hot in here. That's what happens when you pack this many people into a hole like this. The cool outside air feels great. Shouldn't you get a little ventilation? I mean, how many guys you got packed in here? Five. Well, 7 if you count our employer and his woman. He just loves to work up a good sweat. Five, well, 7 you can't employ a woman. He just loves to work up a good sweat. Can't get enough of the stench. His woman said not to open the window because the sea breeze will damage her hair. And this is the girl who opened to set off in a voyage across the ocean? So where's this employer of yours? Boss did say to check on him and see how he was doing. He's having a grand old time with his woman right now, totally not having a giant argument. Can't you hear the heavy voices?
Uh-oh. You've been able to hear that shrill argument even from the stairs outside. Oh god. Alan gave a wry smile and shrugged.
Hey, good work. That's fair enough. Far enough. We'll take your package here. Our employer gives strict orders that no one be let in. Oh, really? Here you go then. Careful, it's pretty heavy. Whoa! Feels like one hell of a care package. Hey, there's bread and stacks and stuff. Pretty nice, you guys.
The bodyguards set aside their card game and gathered around the bag, which had been set on the floor.
Is this water? Now there's a lifesaver for my parched throat in this heat. Is this water? Now there's a lifesaver for my parched throat in this heat. Your boss is as gracious as the rumors say. Well, yeah. Still, you're an annoyingly friendly guy, aren't you? Oh, but you only just started living the life of a villain. I bet you only just started living off the living life of a villain. People like you rarely last 3 months. Either that or they turn into crazy big time villains. Yeah! Then I guess that makes me the latter.
Oh god! Damn it! I got caught by surprise. It's been so long since the last one. Jesus Christ! Here we go! Alan's fighting moves. Woo! It has been so long. Oh, that was a new Queen card right there. Oh, here's the GoldenEye music. Ooh. Somehow that counted. You just finished JoJo Part 3, James.
Who was that? You let go of me, bitch!
Help me! Help me! What's going on? I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
I said let go!
As the woman instinctively grabbed onto him, Davis unrestrainedly punched her in the face and violently pushed her away. Holy fuck! Davis moved fast. Apparently he already had an escape route planned for emergencies. Davis mini arc is finally coming to a conclusion. I wonder if I'll be able to finish this part today. He went out that window and moved to the roof of the next storehouse over. He could dash across and slide down a rain gutter to where a car was waiting. I do have to tell you guys, I'm not feeling that well today. You could probably tell. If we come across a good place to stop within the next half hour, I'll probably stop there. However, he apparently had no intention of bringing the girl with him. The girl realized that Davis was planning to abandon her and run away alone, so she made a half-mad grab for him. Nobody's after you. Oh god, let go with this guy. Grab everything valuable you can and get the hell out of there. Seriously. This guy's fucking dead. However, she got punched again. Oh no! She was slammed against the wall, her nose bleeding. Fuck you, man. Jeez.
So long, bitch. You ain't elegant enough for a man like me.
she realized that Davis had been aiming to miss. Ignoring that the woman who had fallen down and onto her butt. Oh, Davis opened the curtains on the window, another typo.
No one can stop me!
Yeah, sure. Bye-bye. KO, motherfucker. There we go. Keith finally sniped his ass. A splash of blood flew on the wall behind Davis. I never had a sprite. Something dark red dripped from his left eye, and he lifelessly fell backward like a billboard toppling over. After witnessing the moment a human transformed into a blood-filled bag of skin, the woman let out a frantic shriek. Oh my god, we still have to fight his fucking minions. These haven't changed. Oh, this is a new fighting song, isn't it?
More things change, the more they stay the same. Give it up, brothers. Your boss is dead. If you lie low until this Davis business cools down, you won't have to be erased. Or do you want to go through with this little till the end? Was that really generic move guy worth that much to you? You joker! Did this guy bust his way in here alone? We've got the numbers. Get the signal and that mall come pouring in here to finish this. Oh, come on. You guys don't even have unique character portraits. Enough, you guys. Your guns are shaking. You aren't really suited to being villains. You wouldn't last 3 months, yeah?
The men who were trying to play tough finally learned what a true villain of the underworld was like. The first time they quivered in fear. They now knew a true killer. Someone who could ruthlessly pull the trigger without letting his carefree smile slip for a moment. Was the team of the ruthless sniper Keith and Alan, who was just there to lighten the mood? Not at all. Only the dead knew the truth. They knew who was the true killer who could carry out a job with utter cold-bloodedness.
No! Die, bastard! Die, die, die!
Time for more defense. Damn it! His shots are far apart.
I can't believe I'm wasting my bullets on these generic moves. Look at all my cool manga poses. KO, motherfucker. Wait, we surrender. Don't shoot.
Oh!
Didn't your mothers ever tell you to put your gun down before you surrender? Don't blame me. This just worked for the both of us.
After checking that the bodyguards were done for, Alan slowly approached the president's room. Then, cautiously holding his gun at the ready, he slowly opened the door. From inside, he could hear the choked voice of a sobbing woman.
Hey there, young miss. Don't misunderstand, okay? I'm not here for your life.
You are going to kill me too, aren't you? You're gonna kill me, right? Ah! She seemed to be half deranged. Alan smiled amiably, trying to calm her down somehow, but apparently it didn't work. Uh-oh. Then he cautiously approached Davis, who was lying by the window with his flapping curtains. He pulled a picture from his pocket and compared it to the dead face. Confirmed as Davis Degawa, who looks exactly like all the other generic mooks. Thanks to Keith's superb sniping, he even switched off like a light bulb.
Whew. Nice going. Not easy to hit them so cleanly in this wind.
Alan complimented Keith by giving a thumbs up, which the latter could probably see. Oh no! At that moment, it felt as though Beetle's wings had brushed against his ear. Who's shooting at him? Realizing that a bullet had just passed near his face, Alan fell to the floor. Sometime the figure of a woman fell down behind him. The forehead of Davis's half-mad woman also had been pierced by a bullet of Keith's. Oh no! There was now a handgun in her hands. Alan had dropped his guard when he saw her, half mad and crying, and had turned his back to check Davis's corpse, and she tried to kill Alan? Oh god, that's sad. Why did she do that? God damn it. So the woman had snuck up behind him, gun in hand.
Whoa, scary. If we weren't a pair, I don't know how many times I'd have died.
Oh, look at this! Jeez! Like, wow. Like, with both him and Meishui, it feels like...
Well, it looks like dinner's on Alan tonight. Sure thing! I'll treat you to something great.
Neither could hear the other, but they both knew what the other was saying. Alan and Keith had finally succeeded in eliminating Davis. It took them long enough with all these delays. With Davis gone, everything else would proceed as Primavera had arranged. Later, Richard and Butler's subordinates would make contact with the Association of Opposition Faction. They told them that Davis was a swindler, who had taken their money and run away. When they mentioned that Davis was wanted in several other cities, that faction turned their back on him immediately.
I told you I wasn't sure if we could trust that man. You see, it's not like we were ever trying to cause trouble with the Association of Countrymen. We were just... He probably just told you to leave it all to him, since we could have handled both our groups. It's an old trick of his. Claiming to mediate trouble while actually fanning the flames before running away with the money. It's a habitual crime for him. How terrible! So Richard-san, we were fooled by that man? In the first place, we should talk to each other directly to solve issues between us. We don't need an intermediary anymore. There's no need for such a suspicious man as him. What would be best for all our countrymen living in City 23? That is what we all need to discuss together at our leisure. Indeed!
As soon as their leader was gone, things moved quickly. As soon as their leader was gone, things moved quickly. Even they had found Davis a bit suspicious. They had formed an opposing faction because Davis stood at the front of all attacks. But none of them wanted to get in a fight with Primavera directly.
It seems that man fooled us good. My, how embarrassing.
My hope is that we will form a city where our Japanese countrymen can continue to live inside Tokyo. To do that, we must have a foundation to make deals on an even playing field with American and Chinese merchants.
Yes, quite true, quite true. Yes, quite true, quite true. I've no reason to doubt you anymore. Merchants must be the servant of all, supporting the lifestyles of the people. We have no intention of withholding our support for the sake of our countrymen, yes indeed.
After this, dealings and bribes proceeded as planned, and it was expected that the establishment of City 23 Distribution Agency would pass easily. Davis did make quite a mess of things, but he was useful in just one way. And that was building a list of those in the opposing faction. Even if the establishment vote passed, those people would probably continue to hold a grudge. Having a list of people to watch for from the beginning was huge. Now they probably just have to take their time and make sure those people agree from the bottom of their hearts. Some like mass manipulation camps going on around here. Well, we got the okay from President Seto too. Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. and Seto, so they're waiting for Kaiba Corp all along. I knew it. Again, I'm so tired. So tired. I mean, not tired. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm not feeling too well today. I'm just feeling really... but I really wanted to do this stream because I want to find out what happens. So, I hope, thank you all for your patience with me and my stupid, feeling all weird and dragged. But, thank you all for your patience. And, I hope that, everything will be back to normal soon. So, yeah, once we, get to a decent stopping point for now, I'm going to probably end the stream even if it is a bit early. you guys. I just had to take a bit of a break there, but we are back. We got the okay from President Seto, too. He agreed that it was a misunderstanding and promised to cooperate. Still, that Davis guy really made them think we were nasty.
We're outcasts after all. It's easy to make people believe things about us that may or may not be true.
Thanks, Stella. Thanks to you, we managed to resolve a lot of misunderstandings. If there's something else even I can manage to do, it's not a job you have to do. Please leave the club to Meryl, and leave me all those things you shouldn't have to do. I'm truly grateful, Stella. I've got to keep trying harder. It's the other way around, Sugar. Please take it easy, and easier and easier.
I agree. The fight you're fighting isn't yours alone.
Yeah, brother's right. This is a fight for all of us. So we can't let you steal away all the good parts for yourself. Anyway, sorry. I got to move on to my next appointment. Ciao. Johnny. I think you might be better at negotiations than me, Stella. I've got to learn from you. And the most important skill for a lady of the evening is understanding a person's emotions to control them, isn't it? By the name of Primavera's #1, I've got to cleverly convince them too.
It seems you're living life to the fullest. But make sure you get enough rest. You hear that, Collider?
I know. I'm sorry. Of course. See you later, Rose. Wayne, could you find someone to get a car?
Yeah.
I'm in the story again. You working hard or hardly working?
The first one, and quite a lot, thank you.
Rose works so hard she fainted, right? You better make sure you work that hard too, okay? It's crazy for me too. Wash out my face with a bottle of Jack. Now I gotta deal with all those problems you left sitting around.
You better work until you drop too.
Hey, your car's here, so go knock yourself out, you crazy kids.
You too. Go and get knocked out.
Oh, I'm planning on it.
Frantic days of deal making. The young execs ran about to the best of their ability. They were still half formed. They could feel a sense that everything was steadily moving forward. And so, Madame Rose's plan moved another step forward. One more step. Gathering distribution net in City 23's Japanese community into a single unit was a massive project. By managing matters within no particular camp gained too much power over distribution, they'd be able to preemptively stop economic domination by those with malicious intent. That is a second sentence. To each individual merchant, this may have been unpleasant, as though their ability to exercise personal judgment had been stolen. However, if they placed too heavily an emphasis on commercialism in the long run, they would end up selling away their ability for discretion. Merchants had been tempted by the foreign wealth and offered by Wong in that exact way when they tried to sell City 23 away. Even to Rose, it was undesirable that personal rights should be suppressed to serve others. However, she also thought that matters should be managed so that personal rights taken too far didn't harm the rights of her countrymen as a whole. Wow! Sometimes I gotta say, Ryukishi. Like, he was right there. Like, seriously. Now, in the 21st century, controlling personal rights in such a way would probably be denounced as totalitarianism. Furthermore, since these decisions were being made by Madame Rose alone, it'd probably be even viewed as a dictatorship. Especially since Madame Rose had never been elected to any position. Well, I mean, that's not true. The ladies of the evening voted her to be leader of, in the very beginning. However, now that they had become a minority after the great disaster in losing the war, liberalism and democracy weren't necessarily appropriate. Such ideologies only work in nations that have seen a certain level of prosperity. When a house everyone lives in catches on fire, can the situation be resolved by liberalism and democracy? With liberalism, which prioritizes the rights of individuals, everyone would be trying to escape first. They're using that term in the broad sense, not in the sense that Americans know the word. And everything would end up burned to a crisp. And with democracy, the whole house would burn down while everyone was debating how best to resolve the situation. When a race is possibly on the brink of destruction, dictatorships and totalitarianism can deal with the situation faster. Right now, the Japanese colony in Tokyo truly was becoming a house that was half burned down. That's a dangerous game you're playing. In that sense, you might say it was wrong to criticize Madame Rose as being dictatorial and totalitarian. In any event, it was an undeniable fact that a truly interesting colony was forming in this corner of the Tokyo under a single charismatic leader.
As a result, we've approved the establishment.
See, there's these little asides in the story that are really kind of unnecessary, it feels like. As opposed to his earlier works didn't have these. And Siconia had these too, a lot. As well. But his earlier works didn't have them, and I think that's one of the bigger differences between, I guess, quote-unquote, later and earlier Ryukishi works.
And as a result, we've approved the establishment of City 23 Japanese Countrymen Distribution Association. Though there were a few blank votes, there were no votes in opposition. The establishment was approved by an overwhelming yes vote. Those who have been dashing about this...
Oh, here we go. This is narration now. Those who have been dashing about to support this vote went around shaking hands and hugging, complimenting each other. Congratulations on the vote, Madame Rose. Thank you. Now there are no more problems remaining on our end. Looks like it. Now we only have to deal with issues between us.
I would like to move forward slowly and surely in dealing with those issues.
There is no need for you anymore. We women will handle the rest.
And that will not do. For the sake of our countrymen, the GDS must not withdraw.
Please stop using that stiff sort of Japanese speech, okay? It's getting pretty annoying.
Seems even the Black Dragon Major was no match for his little sister.
Your little sister had quite a big role too, Richard Goon. Without Stella, I don't think we would have ever gotten so many votes. In a limited span of time, Stella had formed an acquaintanceship with many businessmen and negotiated with them. At first, he had looked down on her as a former lady of the evening, but she sleeplessly studied all the information and numbers. She then used her trained techniques of controlling people's hearts as a weapon to win their respect. Even now, she was walking amongst those who had supported this vote, shaking hands and hugging.
Winning the vote was one thing, but doing it with such a large percentage is significant.
Yeah, it's a big deal when we can use numbers to see how united everyone is.
Congratulations, Madam Rose.
Oh my! Thank you very much for your efforts, Lieutenant.
Oh, where's the captain today? My apologies, but he's running a little late. The truth is the man the captain wants to introduce to all of you today, your next boss.
Who could it be? Is it a friend of the captain's?
No. Perhaps it is the rumored major, the special officer commissioned for the purpose of eliminating organized crime. Very good. We've set up several appointments, hoping to have an audience with him, but we could never get through.
The same goes for me. Perhaps he was always busy, for I've never heard him speak. Of course. Why would a major commission for eliminating organized crime meet with the mafia? Seriously. Meishui, this matter involves us. You must go over there. Angry Chinese. Oh, what's up with Meishui? She looked mad. I don't have siblings, so I'm a bit jealous.
Well, there are times I'm jealous of you.
I don't really get it, but I'll take it to mean brother is bad-mouthing me.
You must understand. Oh!
I'm starting to see why Richardson and I get along so well. We're both Oni-chans. Brothers. And family, huh? I'm jealous. Wayne, who always didn't wait behind Rose. Was probably the only one who heard her talking to herself. He finally understood. There was no doubt that Rose was a saint with noble ideals. However, she really was a human, not an angel. Come to think of it, even Wayne had never heard about Rose's family. Well, he knew once. Well, the audience knows because she told us. She told Leo, I should say. He'd heard once that her father was Greek, but he didn't know anything else. Who had ever taken notice of the loneliness of this person, who has reached out a helping hand to the lonely? On that day, Wayne finally understood. Rose was no angel. She was human. Wow. Some more character development for Wayne here. In her ideal world where countrymen gathered together like a big family, she must never have felt any family position for herself.
How foolish I've been. How foolish to never notice the loneliness and the person who saved my lonely self. Rose-san,
What is it?
we can do it. We can all become a single family.
Thanks, Wayne-kun. But I have family of my own. After all, you're the first family I ever had. At those words, Wayne decided to dedicate the rest of his life to her. Even now, when he's known as the consigliere, he has never forgotten the words and smile from that day. Are they kind of going to imply that Wayne and Rose actually got together? Because it would suck being Wayne's wife when he's fully dedicated to Rose in such a way.
Pardon me, but he has arrived.
It's either, oh yeah, it is the major. It's either Gabriel or Leo, for sure.
seems the captain and major are here. There's no place to talk, so perhaps we could move to a different room.
Major Gabriel Cabaraya, was it? If only we'd known we'd get a chance to meet him today. We could have at least brought him a greeting present.
Lieutenant, would it be possible for me to meet him as well? Yes, please do. The major seemed to want to kill you, meet you too. If so, he might have met with me earlier. He probably wanted to study us thoroughly before meeting. I see. I do hope he was not frightened.
Major and Richard laughed together in Chinese. Like I imagine the subtitle laughing in Chinese. The lieutenant, who didn't understand what they were saying, smiled politely. I'll go to greet him too. That's okay, right? I'll have to introduce you as my aide. I do hope he's the type you're good at dealing with. Oh, darling. I'm almost insulted that you even had to ask. Leave it to me. As long as he has a fucking dick, I can wrap him around my little finger.
Please refrain from speaking that way in front of the major. Excuse me, this way, please.
Here we go. Hey there, everyone. Please let me apologize for not greeting you sooner. Also, I would like to offer my heartfelt congratulations on your successful vote in passing C23 Japanese Countryman Distribution Association. My, what a dashing major.
It would take quite a shrewd man to become a major so young.
Phil, what do they say in Japanese?
Oh, what a surprise. You can't speak Japanese, Major Capoeira?
Really? My father said that learning Japanese would worsen my pronunciation of L's and R's.
That explains your good pronunciation. They weren't saying anything particular. Just joking about how you're so hot it's making them wet.
I never knew it could be so unpleasant to be spoken of by someone right in front of you in a language other than English. This is quite a precious experience. It's an honor to have you join us in a place like this, Major. Pleased to meet you, Miss Rose Haibara. I am Gabriel Caparaya. Greetings. It must have been difficult for a man of Japanese descent to rise to the rank of major in your country. Not at all. I'm actually God. The question is whether you or not you pledge allegiance to the Stars and Stripes. Not at all. The question is whether or not you pledge allegiance to the Stars and Stripes. That's all it takes to be a member of the family known as the States. Gabriel smiled, but Rose's eyes sensed no warmth there. She realized that he was probably prejudiced against her as a mafia boss, which added some hostility to his gaze. However, as the two fellow humans, it was surely possible for them to understand each other. Rose took his offering hand. His hand was a beautiful transparent white, yet frigid, as though it was made of porcelain. It's a pleasure to meet you, Major. I'm Lee Meiju, and I run City 23's Chinatown. Black Dragon Lee, was it? Quite a terrifying nickname you have. It feels like being asked to shake hands with a viper. Not terrifying at all. Not terrifying at all. After all, you are the eagle which eats vipers. A pleasure to meet you. Would that young lady happen to be your little sister, Miss Lee Meishui? No, this is Miss Stella Mayogi. This is the younger sister of Mr. Richard Mayogi, Primavera's consigliere. It's an honor to meet you, Major Gabriel Cavaraya. I'm Stella Mayogi. My apologies. And I'd even tried to memorize you from your picture earlier. It seems the beauty of the genuine article surpasses my picture. Please forgive me. She's my aide and involved in negotiation work. She's very reliable.
What a shame. Now I can't come to the club to play with Stella John anymore.
There are plenty more cute girls to your liking, Captain. Please patronize them as well.
Please allow me to greet you as well, Major. I'm Richard, the consigliere. A pleasure.
The pleasure is mine. I hear you've supported Madame Rose for a long time as her advisor. I've heard the efforts of the Mayogi siblings have been essential to Primavera's concurrent prosperity.
Not at all. We feel we've hardly done enough, and intend to devote ourselves further.
So, Mr. Lee, is Miss Meishui not here today? She's been so busy with work. You have my sincere apologies. You are here as a special officer commissioned for the purpose of eliminating organized crime, so I assume there would be no need for my sister to attend. Ah, that's right. She isn't a member of the GDS, now is she? Gabriel spoke with Rose on several harmless topics. When Rose explained her theory for building a world where Americans, Chinese, and Japanese could all live together, Gabriel nodded with an angelic smile. Rose, Richard, and Stella seemed to be working hard to converse in a way that would get the Major to like them. Major joined in, but he seemed a bit cool. That metaphor of his about snakes and eagles. He sensed that there was something blocking any chance of compatibility. He could sense it thanks to the time he spent starting up from nothing in the criminal underworld. And he pitied Rose and the others, who were trying to curry favor with this man without realizing. I'm sure they must realize on some level that he's not good for them. However, there's no helping it. It can't be helped. In this Japan, our China is on a completely equal playing field with America. So we can analyze our opponents coolly. However, to Japan, America is a superior country. They have to learn the affection of. I cannot get along well with this man. I was right not to bring Meishui here. Though Meishui thought this, he smiled politely. A true master of the poker face. Thank you, Phil. It's been proven now that you spoke to me quite honestly.
I wouldn't want to deal with that punishment you were talking about.
Today, when I saw their faces, all the pieces came together inside my head. I finally understand Primavera and the GDS.
Oh?
As you say, it seems Primavera's actual business is being handled by the Ryukishi siblings, not Madame Rose.
Ooh.
Going by Madame Rose's appearance, I would say that she may still be doing actual work, but is trying to retire from the front lines.
When it comes down to it, she's still a normal, frail girl. Pretty incredible that she's worked out as a mafia leader. Well, I guess it's like chivalry. Well, I guess it's... Oh, wouldn't you rather serve a spunky princess than a frail king?
In other words, she's a symbol. A beautiful princess, considered of the masses,
just by combing her hair in a tower. However, I have no intention of letting my guard down. That lady still is the mastermind behind the nighttime incident of roses and guns, yes.
Oh.
She may not look it, but she gets really fired up when the going gets tough. Even if she loses Richard, that won't shake her.
I imagine not. We can't take her life. She's dangerous.
I imagine not. I already read that one.
Then we have the GDS. This young lord character hardly seems the type to dance in the palm of my hand.
They leave City 23 entirely to Meiju. And they have a lot of Chinese military officers behind them.
He's untouchable. So our foe will be Meiju after all. And with today's meeting, I've become certain. Meiju's weakness is his little sister Meishui.
Well, Major, Richard, and all the big brothers of the world had listed it as their weakness, I guess. And after all, they're the first enemies those creatures known as Big Brothers face in this world.
So, little sisters, how truly interesting. At times like this, I'm sure there's a God.
Oh, are you gonna start saying you also wanted a cute little sister? You better give up on that dream. Or would you like to borrow my little sister for 3 days? Oh wait, 3 days won't be enough! I'm sure she's just plain nice for that long.
This truly is the most interesting turn of events.
Ooh. I wonder if this is the end of the chapter. Apparently Butler's idle banter didn't even reach Gabriel's ears. A smile that didn't express anything going on in his heart. Gabriel stared at his own eyes reflection in the window. Yup, chapter 2, Descent of the Hell's Angel and Hell's Angel. Oh wow. Where the fuck is Leo? And save. I'm really glad I made it here, you guys. I am super glad I made it here. Okay. As I said earlier, it looks like we did do a significant chunk then. I don't know how much it's gonna be. Like seriously, part 3 of Rose and Cheese is so long. I can't believe we have this much of the final arc in part 3. It's crazy. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. I've been barely holding on as it is, but thank you so much for putting up with me and my, fighting this stupid feeling of not feeling well. Seriously, you guys are amazing. So, okay, so until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.